What's up, Flick Connection? This is Darren, and today I want to take a little break from talking about movies, and I want to give you a list of some movie theater hacks that should contribute or improve your movie-going experience.
What do you mean you'll get the popcorn and the soda?
I will buy your popcorn and soda, and we'll call it even.
I'll tell you what, give me the 20, I'll buy you a popcorn and a soda, and I'll throw in a bonbon.
So these are not going to be hacks for cheap bastards. That means they're not for people that are garbage people that will go literally dig through the trash to pull out a popcorn bin so that they can get a free refill. I found a couple of videos while researching for this video where guys literally do what I just described. They dig soda and popcorn out of the garbage and literally just take them up to get free refills, which is just disgusting. You don't know who you're eating and drinking after, so don't do that. If you're that kind of person, you can just stop watching this right now.
Do you want butter? Is it real butter? It's butter flavoring. Yeah, well, what is it made of? It's yellow.
Now, I'm not a buttered popcorn guy. In fact, I really rarely get popcorn or anything in the theater, but I've seen people at the butter station sit there. I saw a woman one time at the butter station. I literally I think I was getting a soda, and I just stood there and pretended I was continuing to get a soda so I could watch her. It felt like 5 minutes of her squirting the butter in the machine, just coating the butter, and shaking, and shaking, and shaking her popcorn. Butter, shaking, shaking, butter, nonstop. So a little trick, if you want to get a good coating of butter on your popcorn, don't just shake, don't do that. Just grab a straw, grab a soda straw, preferably the largest one that they have if they have different gauges, but just grab a soda straw, pop it down into your popcorn tub, take it over, push the straw up onto the butter nozzle and fill it up, and let the butter fill the bottom and then fill the top, give it a little shake, and you're done. That'll let butter get down to the bottom, and it won't be all dry by the time you get down there.
Hey, come on, go!
What about Kramer and Jerry?
I'll wait out here for them. You go in and save seats.
Me? But that's 3 seats. I can't save 3 seats. I told you about that guy who tore up my winter coat.
All right, here's what a lot of people don't know. It should really help you out a lot if there's lines at your theater regularly, particularly if you're going on a opening night or even just a Friday night at prime time. You can skip the line in most theaters, particularly if you're getting food anyway. If you're getting a popcorn at these big theater chains, the snack bar registers are prepared to sell you a ticket. If they're not ripping stubs before you get to the snack counter, which they are in some of my theaters that I go to, but if they don't do that at yours, you can go straight to the snack counter in most theaters, order your food, order your tickets, and you've completely passed the ticket line. You're going to stand in that line anyway. Just go straight to it. It'll save you a lot of time.
Hello, and welcome to Movie Phone. Brought to you by the New York Times and Hot 97.
Get a rewards card. They're free. You just got to remember to have it on you and use it. But the trick here is most of your friends probably are not going to have one. Just have them scan your card when your friend buys their ticket. You don't have to buy your friends the ticket in order to get credit for it. They'll just scan your card. Most of the cashiers are going to do this with no problem, and it's going to exponentially increase your rewards. You're basically going to get stuff way faster with this method, but you might just not want to let your friends know how much you're actually benefiting from it. Otherwise, they're going to get a rewards card, and they're just going to ruin the whole thing.
That is damn good scotch. I gotta do a commercial for this stuff.
If you're over the age of 21 and you're anything like me, you might like to have a little cocktail in the theater while you're watching your movie, but you're not really going to bring in beers. You're not going to want to bring in your drinks. What you want to do is buy your soda and bring in a flask and make your drink there. The problem with this is if you mix it at your seat, all the liquor's on top, and you have to shake it or stir it, and you kind of make a scene, and it makes a lot of noise, and people are probably going to be clued into what you're doing. Odds are no one's really going to complain, but why risk it when you can do this? Most theaters nowadays will give you your cup, you're paying for the cup, and then the ice and drinks are there for you to fill. Take your dry, empty cup into the bathroom, pour your alcohol there, then come back out with the alcohol in the cup. Nobody will notice. Fill it with ice, fill it to the top with your beverage. That should actually even just, that process should just mix it pretty well. It works for me. And you've got a pretty good mixed drink, and nobody noticed that you were like fidgeting and pouring a flask at your seat. My recommendation for this is to pour, depends on how stiff you like your drinks, pour about 20% of the cup with just alcohol, no ice. What's going to happen is you're going to put the ice in, the alcohol level is going to rise, then you're going to still have plenty of room for your soda. And that should be just stiff enough that you can tell it's a mixed drink, but not so stiff that you're going to be making a sour face every time you take a sip.
They don't allow outside drinks into the movie. Well, that's stupid. That's the rule. Well, we'll just see if we can't get around that.
In my opinion, sneaking food into the theater is okay. I just think you shouldn't be stealing or trying to cheat the system. But if your theater has junk for food, so to speak, and you want to bring something in a little bit better, I took my wife to see Chef in the theater. I knew Cuban sandwiches were a big focal point of that, and I knew my stomach was going to be rumbling about halfway through the movie. So we stopped on the way and picked up some Cuban sandwiches and just put them in her purse. I've seen a guy literally try to bring in what seemed like enough McDonald's for 5-6 people just under his shirt. He just thought, you could tell, he just thought nobody was going to stop him, and he totally got stopped. So don't try to do that. I mean, you can fit dollar menu burgers in your pockets, guys. But really, if you're with a date, if she's cool, she should just let you put some food in her purse. Just don't be sneaking in like barbecue or like a cup of chili or anything, and you should be fine. If your date's not cool with you putting food, reasonable food, in her purse, you just need to get a different date.
Elaine! Susan!
All right, and finally is the seat selection strategy. For this, there are 2 ways to go, and it depends on what type of night it is. If it is an opening night, meaning, or even an opening weekend for a big movie that you know is going to be a packed house, you know when you're going to see something that's going to be packed out. You go to see Star Wars opening weekend, there's not going to be many empty seats in there. So on those occasions, get to the theater early and just get a good seat. I know that it's not a particularly good tip. My good tip is for when the theater's not that crowded. Get a good seat. You're going to be sitting next to people, so get there early enough that you can sit where you want to sit, because it doesn't matter. You're going to be sitting next to somebody, and it's very difficult nowadays to not sit next to a complete moron. So, to avoid those morons, if the theater is not going to be crowded, meaning the movie has been out for a few weeks, really any movie, or if it's come out recently and it's just not a big movie, then the other big movies are out, you don't have to worry about the theater being too crowded, most likely. So I recommend an opposite strategy with that, is to get there late. Skip the previews, let people get settled, and then you can come in. You're going to look a little odd, but no one's really going to care. Come in. I know it's dark, but you can tell who's got their phone out, who's got their feet up, who's spread out, who's talking to the person next to them during the previews. These are obviously people you don't want to be sitting next to. So as long as you're not too particular about where you're going to be seated, you kind of have a better pick. You don't have to worry about somebody coming in later than you and sitting next to you and ruining your movie experience.
Shut your trap and stop kicking the seats! We're trying to watch the movie! And if I have to tell you again, we're going to take it outside and I'm going to show you what it's like!
I fucking hate people that text during a movie. It's distracting as hell. If you do it, go ahead and unsubscribe from this channel. I don't want anything to do with you. People that talk during the movie. Basically, people that do anything to disrupt everyone else's experience really upsets me. And I can't get over it. It ruins my experience so much because I'm so concerned about it ruining anybody else's that I get so mad I can't enjoy the movie. So I do everything I can to avoid those people. I think I've even tried to fart to sort of clear out an area around me. Don't do that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And even though no one will say anything, They know who did it. They know. So, I hope you like those hacks. I hope they, even though they're kind of small, you put those things together and you'll get more butter on your popcorns. You'll have a good mixed drink. You'll get more rewards. You'll get a better seat. So, and put all those things together. It really should contribute to your movie-going experience. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you tried any of these before? Let me know if you plan to try any of these. I really appreciate any of the likes and subscribes you can give me. I'm really trying to grow this channel into something special. And as always, thanks for watching.